Sunday, 20th of October. What's up, babies? So I've been busy repairing bits of fencing this morning, running a few errands and then building some stuff for the chickens, which I'll show you in a sec. So I think when I came down and had a look at the trap, I was like, oh no, it's shut. Maybe I've caught another mongoose and accidentally killed it. But no, you can see the eggshells on the floor. So I propped this up to reduce the gap on the wall. You see it looks like maybe scuff marks from a fox, but I don't know. And then I've put a few extra poles in along here. So you see where this fencing was all a bit bent. Not been down here for ages, to be honest. But this section, let's put this pole back in. I don't know if you can see, but the grass is kind of squashed down a little bit. So I've got a hunch, because this fence was completely collapsed. Like there was a huge hole. The fence was kind of all squashed down at the bottom, great big gap in the middle. So my theory is that maybe a deer has been hunkered down there sleeping and or has broken in, had a run around and then gone again. I don't think it's boar because I can't see any of the ground turned over, but I've gone round and put extra cable ties all across because there were some big gaping gaps. So that's all fixed, but what I'm going to do I think is get some more lumber from the offcuts and just reinforce around the bottom because I don't want anything digging under. So yeah, the guy's going to come tomorrow, trim all of the field, which kind of needs a bit of a haircut, but more importantly trimming on that side of the fence, so just this little gap between where I've put the fence and the wall dividing the neighbours. So you can see where they cleaned it a few weeks back, or I don't know, a month ago. It's nice and low, but then there's still loads of brambles all along the fence line. Plus, there's quite a lot of dead trees as well, like this one, which is semi holding up the pole, but there's a whole load of stuff that's like dry and brittle. And although we're in winter now, there's another one there as well. It'd be good to get these cleared off, get the brambles taken back. Yeah, this one's completely shot. And you can see the branches are falling down. So the other problem I've got is where I can't reach some of the brambles, and I've been cutting a few of these by hand this morning. Ooh, spiky little bastards. Is that, look at how they're all kind of encroaching over the roof for the birds. This is something I've built, I'll show you. So yeah, so the brambles all need cutting down. All this needs clearing. Really want to get a digger in here and dig these, whatever they are, bushes out. Have you broken in? No shit. I left the door open. Smudge, get back inside. Come on. There's an escapee. Okay, so Dottie and Diego have been little terrors. It's not your house anymore. So what I've built is these... Whoops, let's try and get the ducks out. Go on, bugger off. Thank you. So I've put one in here. So basically, a lot of the food is getting wet. And so I've just made these really basic frames, got the wood cut to size, like 80 centimetres. So I knew this gap from that to that was 80. So it's just enough for me to fit it in there. I'm not bothered. I was going to put it on like concrete blocks or something underneath as well, but I can't be asked. It's just for the chickens. It doesn't need to be solid. So some of the old insulation from in the house, and then a bit more down on that side as well. But basically, should stop hopefully the birds kicking so much food all over the floor, but also trying to prevent all this kind of stinky corn. Is there an egg? Oh, there's two. Nice one, smudgy. Very cold little eggs. Anyway, so that's the plan. Update on Mr. Wonky. So I've been in touch with a few people from... She's like, I've had a taste of freedom. So can you see how his neck is kind of all bunched up? So I got in touch with the crowd on Backyard Chickens, and someone suggested, so all of his feathers, basically, I don't know if you can see on his tail, there's a lot of like the little keratin sheaths all around the feathers still, but when I picked him up yesterday and spent about half an hour down here, literally from the top of his head all the way down his back, under his tummy, because he's not able to preen. You see how weird he walks around, and he's stumbling a lot as well. So I've been keeping an eye on him, and Backyard Chickens suggested for selenium scrambled eggs, which kind of for me feels a bit weird feeding eggs to chickens, but anyway, that's what they recommended, with a tiny little dose of vitamin E powder, which I got from the pharmacy this morning. And so it doesn't really matter that they're both eating it, because vitamin E is supposed to be quite good for them, but I've also ordered something online which is like a paste, I think, as well, which I can kind of mix in with some food just for him. But he's just so wobbly and so uncomfortable, and having all these pin feathers, my god, it must be so fucking itchy. Anyway, he let me pick him up, and we had a good old scratch around his head, and he was shutting his eyes like he was really enjoying it. But yeah, apparently a bit of a fix of vitamin E and some scrambled eggs should help him get back in condition. Apparently it's a condition called wryneck, W-R-Y, which I've never heard of before, but anyway, it's a thing. So thank you to everybody at Backyard Chickens and the little disabled chicken forum that's on there. It's been incredibly valuable. Straight up on there for a feed. Anyway, yes, this is coming along nicely in here. And then down this end, it stinks of fermented corn because they've been kicking their food all over. But here's the equivalent for this group. So exactly the same setup, same size wood, etc., etc. And then I've just managed to shoehorn it underneath that branch. But yeah, it stinks of fermented corn. This is like super soggy soil, so I've thrown some hay down there this morning from the goose shed, and they all seem to be enjoying it, although they've all run away to the other side. There's been a lot going on today, me drilling and screwing things. Yeah, so I think it's about 12 o'clock. I'm a bit hot and sweaty. I've got 2 lots of bug spray on. And are you enjoying it, Pearl? Lady Pearl. Lady Pearl has got a dirty back because somebody has been having sex with her. Naughty chicken. Yeah, look at the rest of them. They're all like, just going to have an afternoon nap in the corner. Oh yeah, some of the offcuts of wood as well. Oh, and I gaffer taped up the broken casing from the wind, from the storm the other night. And then some of the offcuts of wood, you can see where they're all sat. There's 2 little shelves. Oh, you look very happy on there, don't you? Hey? That's the right size wood. Look at Rocky, he's all like wrapping his belly around it as well. So it's definitely the right size of wood for them to rest comfortably on. And then where Elvis and Wanda are sat, that's the 2 offcuts that I put in, so they can just bumble around. But maybe when Guy cuts down some of these trees, actually I don't know if he's going to be able to reach some of these branches, but you can see this one's quite dead as well. Branches on this one, this one, this one. So if the branches are big enough, the same sort of diameter as the one these guys are sat on, then I'm just going to load up their enclosure with more branches because they clearly like to perch. Anyway, nothing for the geese today, except they've had a... Oh yeah, no, I did pick up something for the geese. Well, it's for everybody. So I got these feed buckets with clippable lids. There's been a mouse or a rat pooping on that shelf, so I was like, ah, fuck. I actually saw it one morning as well. I could hear it behind here, and so I gave this a wobble and it ran and hid over there. So it's probably nesting underneath there. I'll deal with that another time. You know, giving up having a nap. All right, that's it for today. Yeah, I'm going to go and get myself some lunch, I think.